under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Middles FC, let's have it right. Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you in here tonight. Hope you're all doing all right. Everyone's winning and in good spirits. Let's have it right. You know what to do, guys. First and foremost, smash to pieces the like button. If you haven't hit that like button, I want you to hit that right now. Hit the notifications button as well. Subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 5K. 5K. We're almost there. We're getting there. We're almost there. 7 months of streaming. 7 months of this channel. And we're almost on 5K. Let's land it. We've got the Minerals FC membership as well, guys, which is pinned at the top of the live chat, down in the description below, and all that jazz. So you know what to do, guys. Just land it. Just land it. We're going to have a good show tonight. I didn't do one last night. Didn't feel there was enough to sort of go through, and tonight I think there's enough to talk about. There's enough minerals to land, and as always, we're going to land it up the Chelsea. Just see who's in here. I want to see who's in here tonight. Big up to Carefree Kev. He says, I see the Lewis platform are supporting the brown envelopes wanting Kai out. Well, it's typical wrong uns, isn't it? Come on. Mr. Minerals Medina's in here. Big up to you. Thomas Bays is in here. Appreciate your show. Big up to you, Geezer. Daniel's in here. We got Leo, my geezer. Big up to Leo in here. Carefree Kev's a proper platform for proper Chelsea. Listen, that's what it's all about. It's about being positive, guys, and we're going to land the minerals and say it as it is, as always, guys, as always. Big up to Chambers in here. You're not wrong, fella. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Chelsea boys in here. Let's have it right. We got Jinx in here. He goes, I don't think the brown envelopes know who we are after, to be honest. That's a very good point. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah, boys in here. We got Mitchy boy, my member. Big up to you, geez. Big up, Johnny boy. Thank you for the shout out last show. Means a lot to me, as it does for Dan too. Up the Chelsea. Yeah, like I say, Mitchy boy's got his channel. Mitchy boy Chelsea, got Chelsea, Dan's channel. Guys, if you want to go hop over there when they're doing stuff, do you know what I mean? Go and support them. They support my channel, do you know what I mean? So I'm sure they're going to be talking extremely positive about Chelsea. Not like all the other wrongings on all these platforms, with all their agendas. So guys, go and show your love there and support them there. We've got Georgie 1 foot in here. Big up to you, geezer. Nutty Blue, my geezer. Big up the Minerals FC community. Hit them likes. Let's have it fucking right. You know the deal, mate. Who else we got in here? Aaron Smith, my man. Big up to you, Aaron Smith. He says, drink in the minerals. Let's drink in the minerals. Drink in the minerals. Big up to Kirsten here. Says, big up Johnny and Mitchy boy. Keep the blue flag flying high. Bartek's in here as always. Let's have it right up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. No brown envelopes is safe. You know the deal, geezer. Listen, Bartek is in here. He knows the deal. All you guys in here know the deal, didn't you? Everyone knows about it. And that's standard. It's a standard procedure. No brown envelopes is safe on the Minerals FC. You know the deal. Who else we got in here? Chelsea Blue and Blue. We got Justin Dawson up the Chelsea. Metal Face Doom. Big up to you, geezer. Daniel's in here. Sean Newland's in here. Ice Cold Beverage. We got Johnny, my geezer. Big up to you, geezer. Corey's in here. A's in here. Guys, if you're in here, get in the chat. Let me see you, bruv. I'll shout you out. No questions, mate. No questions. Joseph Romano's in here. Joseph Romano, like Fabrizio, Oh, mate. He says, Johnny's intro is the minerals, bruv. Big up to you, geezer. I hope everyone appreciates the intro. Do you know what I mean? Billy's in here. Dino, my geezer. Big up Johnny, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Keep mudding. People need to hear your voice. Fucking Minerals. Let's go. My geezer, Chelsea Old Boys. You know about Chelsea Old Boys. My geezer, big up to you. And standard procedure as always, guys. The standard procedure. As we're going to land this one. Just as we always do, traditional, guys. Traditional, yeah? We always land it, didn't we, on the Minerals FC? So let's land it. Let's land it right now. Big up to Chelsea Old Boys. Big up to Chelsea Old Boys. This is David Detro Fofana, our new youngster. Hopefully our Drogba regen. He does a Q&A with the supporters on Twitter, and they said, how does it feel to be part of the biggest club in London? He says, amazing. Chelsea's obviously the biggest club in London. Let's have it right, guys. Let's have it right. We see things they'll never see. We see things they'll never see. We are the biggest club in London. We are European pedigree. We're elite, mate. We're absolutely elite. So everyone in here, you know the deal. You know the deal. And before I continue with you guys in the chat, I want to run this one here. We're going to wish a happy birthday to the GOAT himself, Jose Mourinho. It's his 60th birthday. Happy birthday, Gaffer. And let's have it right. 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, 1 Conference League, 8 league titles, 8 domestic cups, 5 domestic super cups, 2 UEFA Managers of the Year, 1 FIFA Manager of the Year, 4 IFFHS World Best Club Coach. Jose Mourinho celebrates his 60th birthday. Let's have it right, guys. I want everybody in the chat. To wish Jose Mourinho a happy birthday. And as I tweet out today, look at the trophies. The most trophies he won under Chelsea. He's gone to Porto, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Man United, Roma. And look at the club. Look at the club he didn't win 1 trophy at. Listen, I always said it. Jose going to Tottenham, that was Agent Jose, mate. Agent Jose for Chelsea. He went to Tottenham. He knew their bottle job FC. And it is delightful. I'm glad that nothing was won at Tottenham. He didn't win them nothing because he didn't want to win them anything. And the best chance they had of winning something, Levy, the Muppet, went and sacked him. So, oh well, you deserve what you get, wrong'uns. But like I say, Jose Mourinho is the GOAT. He's won it all. They don't make him like this anymore. The special one for a reason. He's a special one for a reason, guys. He literally is a special one for a reason. So I want everyone in the chat, put your hearts, wish him a happy birthday from all you guys on Minerals FC, because he's honestly like the best, greatest Chelsea gaffer. No one can come close, really. I think Tuchel, if he won a Premier League, he'd be right up there. But I think Jose winning the back-to-back titles, coming back again, titles, building our legacy. As soon as he became our gaffer, that was it. Chelsea changed. The club was in his DNA. It was in his image. They all hated us. And let's have it right. What did Jose say? What did he say? He said there's a campaign against Chelsea. It's the only gaffer that's come out and literally said those words. It's a campaign against Chelsea. And he knew there was a campaign against Chelsea. So forever in our hearts, we forever love him. And listen, if he came back, listen, I'm not saying no, mate. I'm not saying no. I don't give a shit, mate. I watched the compilation today and it just touched me, literally touched me. So big up Chelsea old boys. Big up to everyone in here. We've got Richard Evans in here. We've got Chef Chelsea. We got Noah Jensen in here. Hannah's in here. Big up to Hannah as well. Bazyan, Yati. We got WMZBZ. Big up to you. Daniel, Striker 9. Gary's in here. Jose David's in here. George Mitchell's in here, my geezer. Defender of the Bridge, lovely to see you in here. Danny HC. Moonchild's in here. CFC. Joel Eaton. Come on, everyone's in here, guys. Everyone. CFC Kel. Ashton White. Big up to Dale in here. Big up to Dale, who's landed Minerals. He's become a Minerals FC member. I want every single one of you in the comments and in the chat to literally welcome Dale. He's been supporting the channel, mate, properly supporting the channel for ever since I started. Big up to Dale in here and appreciate you becoming a Minerals FC member on my channel. Means everything to you. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. And like I say, everyone else, big him up, guys. Big him up. All my members, big up to every single one of you. Eli Campbell's in here, my member. Let's have it right. Mud the brown envelopes, mate. You know the deal. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. Let's keep running through. Also, I do want to mention something, and I'll mention that before we get started. Jose Mourinho, Jose Mourinho, Jose Mourinho, Jose Mourinho. What a goat, mate. What a goat, man. Right, guys. Before we get started on the show, I want to land this one. On my last show, there was a lot of stuff flying about in the chat. A lot of insults, a lot of personal stuff. I couldn't see everything because I did try and go back to look through, and some people have removed people from the chats. Yeah. Now, if it's bad, which some of this stuff was bad, you know, I'm not tolerating it and it's unacceptable. We're here to talk about football, whether you like someone or not. I don't want you to start getting abusive and threatening in the chat, guys. Yeah. It goes to every single one of you in here. And I just don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. That's not what we're about. Listen, we know when we get certain people in the chat, whether they're here to troll or just aggravate, you know what I mean? Banter them by all means. Troll them back. Take the piss, but don't get personal. And don't get violent in the chat, man. Threats and all that. You know, if you've got that type of way, then do it another way, not on my channel. I don't want it on my channel. So anyone who's doing that, you know, this is a warning to everyone, because I'm not going to allow it. And I couldn't give a shit if you're a member, if you've been supporting the channel all the way. I don't want to tolerate it. It goes for a lot of people. There's some people that come on my show and they got stupid with people in the comments. You know, I'm not gonna accept it. So I want everyone to understand that, because we all have to respect that there are people out there that might not be in the right frame of mind. The ones that give it might not be in the right frame of mind. They might be going through some mental health. And people that aren't going through that, you know, they're in the chat. They don't need that. And who you give it to might be going through that. So we have to be very, very careful. We have to be sensitive on this situation, because I left a lot of platforms because of all this nonsense. So the last thing I want is that in my chat. And I understand that you guys on Minerals FC, the ones that are protective of the channel, I understand that. I get that. I get where you're coming from, and it comes from a good place. But just hold it down. And if you want to be diplomatic about it, do it. But other than that, I don't want any nonsense, guys. Yeah, let's just be respectful to each other. It's football at the end of the day. I know we can get emotional. I got stuck in. Listen, I'll call it for what it is. But guys, I'm very happy with you guys supporting. Let's just support in the best possible way we can, with love and respect. And that's how we go forward, guys. I want everyone to appreciate that in the comments and appreciate each other. That's what I've got to say, guys. Because at the end of the day, there's enough platforms out there where they get like that and they're all wrongins and that. I don't want to. I don't want to be that platform. I'm not that platform. And I get there's people that want to troll and whatever, and let them troll, mate. So at the end of the day, that's the way they want to be. It's the way they want to be. But that's all I've got to say on the matter. That's all I've got to say. Big up to every single one of you. There's almost 200 people in here. I want every single one of you to smash the like button. Show your love to the Minerals FC. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't obviously subscribed or you're new in here. We're very close to the 5K. Seriously, Kel says, fully agree, Johnny, but can I still slag off that plastic? No good brown envelope. Who is that? Gonad. Sniffing Rory Jennings, please. Oh, right. Yeah. Listen, you can land it on Rory, mate. Land it on him, but don't, like, obviously it's not about getting personal how you look and all this stuff. Like, it's not about that, man. Mud these guys with your opinions and your facts and your knowledge. That's how you mud these people, man. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. 82 likes, guys. There's 180 people in here. Let's land it, guys. Let's land it. So big up to Dale in here for becoming a Minerals FC member. Top class from you, geezer. And I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. 100 likes should be mandatory before we even start, man. And we got the intro as well. Oh, big up to Bobby as well. Bobby, I'll make you a mod right now, geezer. I'll make you a mod right now because I tried to find you on the last one and I couldn't. So while I remember now, let me get you in there. There you are. All right. All right, done. Wicked. All sorted, mate. All sorted. So that's all done. That's all done. Big up to RVK in here. You know how it is. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea. Big up to all you guys in here. Big up to all you guys. Now, a lot of you bringing up this Gunny, yeah? All right. Well, I think Gunny needs to... I think what he needs to do is listen properly, yeah? Instead of making up lies about me coming for his missus, which is absolute bangers and mash waffle. Go back to the stream and listen to it, which you clearly didn't do because you're over emotional. But everything else I said was absolutely facts. And sometimes people just don't like me calling it out for what it is. And all this stuff about he's made me where I am and with Troops and all that. Listen, Troops is just a thing. It's nothing deep, but you never set that shit up. You never done that. And I couldn't give a toss what your situation is with Troops or back again and all that. I ain't interested in that nonsense, yeah? I'm about myself. I'm my own geezer, and I land it however I want to land it. But coming like that, I think you need to pipe down, fella. Do you know what I mean? Like literally pipe down, because your agendas are fucking clear as day. And we all know the narratives and the little team you're on. It goes without saying, it's all there for everyone to see. So don't try and mug me off. It looks very, very ridiculous, fella. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, you're in the woods, fella. And it's sad, really. It's sad. But it is what it is, guys. Big up to every single one of you in here. Like I say, they're all together, these lot. They all hold each other's hands. And unfortunately, I don't dig like that. I don't roll like that. And I never will. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And as for anyone else who is not wanting to do anything with me, oh well. Oh well. That's all I can say. Because at the end of the day, you can try and tarnish. It doesn't work with me. Like I say, I've got nothing to lose. And someone who ain't got nothing to lose, you should be very, very wary of. Just a word of advice, really. A word of advice. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Big up to British Patriot as well. My member. Big up Johnny Proper Chels. Like and subscribe, people. Big up to you. Listen, end of the day, yeah. People get rattled because of the way I defend and back Minerals Mount, the way I defend Kai Havertz, the way I'll just defend anything, any situation, or come at any brown envelopes. I don't give a shit, me. And I'll do that because that's what true supporters do. They back their players through thick and thin. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Minerals are definitely permanent. Let's have it right. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is, you know. But I want to give a shout out to someone today. I'm going to give a special shout out today. Let me get it up. Because I've got to respect. There's a level of respect here. There's a level of respect here. So I tweeted this today, guys. This is what I tweeted today. Before we get into all the brown envelopes, all the nonsense and all the waffle that's flying about, I want to land this because I want to give a special shout out to someone. This is exactly what I'm going to do. But before we do that, let's read out the tweet and let's land the minerals. Yeah. So I said Mason Mount being the only Chelsea and English player to get goals and assists in the Champions League quarters, semis and final in the same season and win it. Only Chelsea player to get man of the match in the Champions League in just 45 minutes, which was this season, funny enough. Only baller with the biggest open play assist in Chelsea Football Club's history isn't spoken about enough. You see these wrong and seem to forget about these facts. They forget about it. So let's land it. I want to give a shout out to Olivia Bazaglo. I don't know if some of you are familiar or not familiar with her, but she does do a lot on Chelsea TV. She's her platform's very, very big. But she said, no, you can't tweet this because it's only this season that counts, remember? Now, this is the thing. Everyone disregards the last 3 seasons where he's carried our football club through change of managers, through injuries, through sanctions, big trophies, competing with a team we all know that isn't consistent to compete at that Premier League level, but he's delivered at our football club. And this is one of the very few accounts. In fact, it's probably the only account that I know of that stature that has actually gone out, interacted with me, and is back in Mason Mount. And when I look at all the other accounts, the large accounts, I don't see anything of this narrative whatsoever. Nothing. Now, Olivia, as you know, I think she goes on Sky Sports. She does a lot of stuff with, is it Football Daily or whatever it is? I don't know. But she's in the limelight presenting and all that. And big up to her and landing the minerals. But she definitely landed the minerals and definitely got certified minerals from me to respect her for showing true backing, irrespective of what platform she's on. And that shows to me one thing: she's not bought, and she loves the club, and she for 119% loves Minerals Mount. So we have to respect that, guys. We have to respect that. So big up to her. If you haven't followed her, go and follow her. Help her grow her platform even bigger than what it already is. And show the support. But you'll notice in the comments, there's the real ones, but I'm talking about big platforms, big accounts that have actually supporting what I'm saying. I respect that. I respect that more than anything. In the moment, in this moment in particular, where Minerals Mount is getting all the hate, unjustified hate. I mean, I'll tweet something that ain't even Mason Mount and people will just be writing about Mount. It's just like, it's relentless, these people. And they need to wake up and realise it's about, he ain't the problem. He ain't part of the problem. He's part of the solution. And the sooner that you lot wake up and understand that, then you'll all be gravy, mate. But unfortunately, you're all bangers and mash, no onions, no gravy, agenda merchants. And cool, continue with your narratives, continue with your bullshit, yeah? But he ain't tolerated here, I ain't tolerating it on Twitter, Instagram, nothing. And I've come for every single one of them. Because Mason Mount is the last name we need to talk about. We don't need to talk about Minerals Mount. He's not a problem. Not a problem. But it is what it is, guys. So big up, shout out to Olivia, mate. Minerals landed. Minerals landed, as always. Now, very quickly before I get in, Bartek says, Johnny, mate, I went for a walk and saw Rory in the woods. He saw Rory in the woods, guys. Bartek saw Rory in the woods, mate. Let's have it right. Big up to you, geezer, land the super minerals. We love that. We love that. So, what a legend. What a legend. Big up to H Talks Chelsea, my member as well. Big up, Johnny, mate. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea to every single one of you, mate. Up the Chelsea to every single one of you. Big up to Fatter in here, land the super. Johnny, you're not simping for Olivia, right? JK, mate. Big up. No, mate. You're talking to me about simps of all simps, and you're the biggest simp, bruv. Let's have it right, Fatter. You know the deal, mate. You know the deal. I know what you're like. You're a right shark. But big up to you, geezer. Do you know what I mean? No, we got to respect Olivia, mate. We've got to respect her. Big up to her. Do you know what I mean? Very rarely do I big up people. So let's appreciate it for what it is. Big up to Nick Smith, my geezer. He knows the deal. Hit the like button. Kai also gets a lot of abuse and hate, and we'll talk about that now. All right, let's get into it then. Let's get into it. Like, we'll land it. All right. So Kai as well. Kai is the second Chelsea. He's the second Chelsea player to score the winning goal in the Champions League final, and the only player in Chelsea history to score the winning goal in a FIFA Club World Cup final. No other player has won Chelsea both finals. No other Chelsea player in history has done that. Only Kai Havertz. He's done both. He's won us both finals. Winning penalty, winning goal in the Champions League final. And yet this guy is getting all the hate, all the agenda to push him to say, get rid of him, sell him. And what these people don't understand is he's 23 years old. He's got his career ahead of him. His potential and abilities through the roof. He can hit the highest of highs. And he's already showed his clutch. He's already showed he's got the mentality. And when I talk about mentality, I want everyone to understand something, because the mentality was driven by Asby. Asby's telling everyone here.
Now he deserves that, tough season. Yeah, but look, mentality top. This guy is gonna be a superstar. He's already. He gave us the Champions League. Not only that, he ran like crazy. That's the teamwork. That's why he deserves this. Go.
You understand, guys? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Kai Havertz, he's going to be a superstar at this football club. He's going to be a superstar, full stop. But I want him to be a superstar at Chelsea Football Club. That's where I want him. All these guys get rid of him, sell him, and all this. And all the brown envelopes are coming out now. What are they saying? Last night, oh, yeah, Bayern Munich this, Bayern Munich that, looking. Then today, no, Bayern Munich are not interested in signing Kai Havertz, not now or in the summer. And we've had 30 million to 45 million. Now we're hearing 50 million, 60 million. And what's the latest bangers and mash waffle we heard today on Kai Havertz? He's absolute waffle, mate. Yeah? Is that Kai Havertz will leave if we don't get Champions League. Listen to that. Listen to the agenda pushed by the brown envelopes to try and force out Kai. Listen, come on. Let's understand something. He knows what we're in. He knows we're in transition, guys. He knows that. But listen, what brown envelopes are flying about? Bowley, bruv. What brown envelopes are flying about for all these brown envelopes to come out? All these journalists coming out with this stuff. This narrative put pressure on Kai Havertz. Yeah? Guy scored goal. He scored a goal, winning goal against Crystal Palace. Almost scored against Liverpool. Let's have it right. Played very well against Liverpool. Yeah? He's not a number 9. And the funny thing is, Bayern Munich they quoted, they don't see Kai Havertz as a number 9. Well, we know he's not a number 9. He's no Lewandowski, mate. Yeah? He's a Thomas Muller. Yeah? Why don't we push that narrative? So, at the end of the day, guys, I'm not buying any of that stuff. I think it's waffle. I think it's just they're trying, these journos are trying to engineer and pump in our minds and on the timeline that we want to sell Kai Havertz to feed the agenda to sell him. And I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real about it, guys. Let's be real about it. Big up to every single one of you in here. But I'm very, like I say to you, I'm very close to players like Kai and Mace. Like, I know that they're superstars. I know that they're going to go down as legends. And Kai Havertz might not stay at Chelsea for the rest of his career, as I would think with Mount would. But Kai has still got so much to offer. And he's such a talented baller. And yet everyone wants to just come at him all the time. But they refuse. They refuse to acknowledge the key problems in the team. Like, our midfield is terrible. With all these injuries, our midfield is gone. There is no midfield. And when we do have our injuries back, we don't get a consistent run of them. And it's just not enough. We're missing profiles in the midfield, and it's going to affect the team. Kai needs to have players around him built. He's that cherry on the cake. He's very similar to Felix. He's the cherry on the cake. And Mount needs players around him. The whole attack needs players around him. And what are we doing at the moment in transfer window? Yeah, we're buying all these attacking players. We're buying a young Brazilian midfielder. We've bought a young centre-back, Badashila. Looks very good and he's going to get minutes. Cool. Yeah. Santos ain't getting any minutes at Chelsea. He's a midfielder. Yeah. And then we're buying these attackers almost in a way because we've been forced to because of Sterling Pulisic injuries. We've got Aubameyang doesn't want to be there. So I understand all that. But where's the same energy, the same intent, the same money for midfield players? We need them now. This is the market. This is now. This is the time. This is the market to go in there and get what we actually desperately need in our team. If you want us, Bowley, Clearlake, Egbali, yeah, if you want us to go and win that Champions League or have a chance and to be in it next year so you can get the revenue and we can attract even more players, then you need to invest right now in the midfield so that we can go and challenge for that Champions League this year. Because if we get an Enzo, we get a Declan Rice, we get one of those players of top level, we will go and compete. It will change the dynamics. Because we got Reece back, we're going to have Chilwell back. We're going to have Kante back. We're going to have Fofana back. This is what I want to see. You talk about intent. You talk about minerals. You talk about we can blow all the money in the world. Yeah? You know there's the loophole in the UEFA right now. You know there's a loophole with financial fair play. Let's go and land the minerals and go and get these players. Go and get your Enzo, mate. People go, oh, you want us to pay 130 million? Oh, you want us to pay 100 million for Rice, 130 million for Enzo? What do you care, mate? What do you care? It's not your coming out of your pocket. Do I give a shit what they get paid and how much their transfer fee is? No, I don't care. I want these players at the football club now. Because come summer, I'll tell you this now, Declan Rice is going to have plenty of suitors. Enzo Fernandez is going to have plenty of suitors. And then you're not going to have a free run at players. Just like Kai Havertz, yeah, you talk about landing minerals. Just like Kai Havertz. If Kai Havertz didn't come in that COVID transfer window, yeah, and he waited the next summer, I guarantee we would never have got Kai Havertz. And that's not dissing my club. It's being realistic that if a Bayern Munich stump up the money and they're competing with you, if a Real Madrid stump up the money and they compete with you, or a Liverpool, he's got more options, and it's down to who pays the most transfer fee. You get into a bidding war, and not only with the fee, but also the wage structure and the package. I don't want to have to go through that with Enzo and Declan Rice when we can have a free run right now, because no club's going to go out and spend over 100 million on either of those players. So we need to make a decision. Paul Whitstanley, Christopher Ville, they need to make a decision right now who to advise, which is Bowley and everyone, and the Bank of Chelsea, to go, no, I think it's absolutely fundamental we go and get these players, because it's not only just buying these players now because you're going to have a free run and all that. It's not only buying them because you can do the contract to basically take advantage of the loophole with financial fair play. But it's a simple fact, and the most important fact. There's two. The first thing is it's the profiles that we need that we haven't got in our team. And the second thing is they both come with longevity. They both come at a right age. They come with experience. They come with attributes that we do not have. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, we should go out and get one of these players. And if we don't get one of these players, for me, it's an absolute anticlimax. From going and getting a Mudryk, right, hijacking Mudryk, the way we did, and land the minerals. You got a Santos. You got a Fofana. You got a Badashile. You got Noni. We need that same attitude, that same hunger and determination to go and get a damn midfielder. We need a midfielder. Yeah? And don't tell me we've been priced out. Yeah? I don't believe we've been priced out. I don't believe it. This is a bidding war. There's nothing to say that come near the end of the week, we go and slap the money down and basically say to Benfica, look, take it or leave it, because you know at the end of January, there's no buyout clause. There's no release clause. And in the summer, they'll get a lot less. They'll get a lot less. I know it's a lot of money, but to me, do you know what it is? Yeah, there's a saying. It's only worth what you're prepared to pay for it. It's worth what you're prepared to pay for it. And to me, paying that money is worth it to me as a supporter, because A, it's not my money. B, I know we got loads of it. And C, why can we not do it? We need this player. It changes the dynamics of the way we're going to play and kick on at the rest of the season. We need to save our season. I'm not saying we go and get Champions League with him. All right. But I think we have a great chance in the Champions League with Enzo. 100%. I think we have a great chance with Declan Rice if we get him in the Champions League to win it. Activate it. That's what I've got to say on the matter. Because what we're hearing now, we're hearing Onanas and shit. He plays for Everton. Onana plays for Everton. He's nowhere near Enzo or Declan Rice. Everton are like looking at relegation. They're in turmoil, and this is the blueprint. Is it? Is this the play we're looking at to go and get Onana? And then we hear the Brown Everton say he's rejected us. Don't believe he's rejected us. I just believe that Everton have rejected our offer, or it's just absolute bangers and mash. Whatever it is, this guy ain't the profile we need. You got, is it Lavia? Yeah, from Southampton. He's better than that Onana. You know, that's a profile that's better. But how can you say Onana rejected us? Is he really going to reject us? Come on, bruv. Let's have it right. Do we really believe that? Do we really believe that from the brown envelopes that he's rejected us? From the Telegraph, Matt Law? You're having a bubble. Listen, we're talking to Matt Law, yeah? Let's talk about this geezer, right? Let's talk about this geezer here. Can everyone see that there? Can everyone see that? Chelsea's interest in Mudryk was just exploratory. They never had any intention of bidding the 88 million asking price. There's a little bit of a surprise around the ownership that so much has been made of their interest. And we went and signed Mudryk. Now, I thought of this. I said this. But it tells you that this fella ain't no tier one at Chelsea Football Club if he's writing that garbage. And he's saying that garbage. Because clearly he don't know. Clearly he don't know. So he's been muddied again, like he was with Koundé. And I just have to be real about it. Like, are we going to believe from what they say, from what he said, that Onana's rejected Chelsea? Is Onana look at Everton going, no, I really want to stay at Everton. I really want to stay at Everton. I don't want to go to Chelsea and be in the Premier League and play Champions League. No. I'm not going to do that. I mean, what planet are we on? What planet are we on? I just think that Matt Law's he's done. He's in the mud. We mudded him a long time ago, guys. We mudded him a long time ago. We know that, you know. The guy's no longer this tier one. He's no longer tier one. Yeah, he's no longer tier one. So I just find it funny that a player like that would say no, he's going to reject you. Really, we're going to believe that? No. I don't believe it 1 second. So he can do one, mate. He can do that. And what we're hearing about Gusto, bruv. Gusto now. Yeah. Finally, we're looking at a right back. Finally. We went through all last summer and we're coming in the last week of January transfer window, and all we've come up with is Gusto. We've been linked to Dumfries, we've been linked to all these other players, but Gusto's the one. And what's Fabrizio Romano doing? Fabrizio Romano, you know the standard stuff that he does. You know what he does. He'll put that out, and he's put out today that Lyon are refusing to sell, that he's likely to stay, that the offer's not good enough. So what's he doing? Gusto is what? He wants to come. We've been told he's done all the personal terms. That's all been agreed. Medicals are being planned on shit like that. But listen, let's have it right. All the personal terms, that's all agreed before the clubs negotiate. Standard procedure in transfer window. This is the thing for me, right? Is that we were told yesterday that we're very close and all that. You know, it's heating up. We've bid this, we bid that. And now we're hearing, no, it's not. So what's he doing? He's orchestrating for Lyon, for the benefit of Lyon, to get more money out of Chelsea. And they're looking for replacement. And we're hearing, I didn't even bring this up, 100 million for what? Caicedo. 100 million for Caicedo, yeah? 100 million. And the laughable thing that Brown Envelopes are coming out with, Arsenal are looking to get Caicedo after it's been broadcasted that they'll only sell for 100 million. So you're telling me Arsenal, who wouldn't pay 100 million for Mudryk, are going to go in there and pay 100 million for Caicedo? I mean, do these guys think we're Muppets or something, that we're stupid? Because at the end of the day, yeah, I guarantee Arsenal ain't paying 100 million for Caicedo. We ain't going to pay 100 million for Caicedo. All right? But Ben Jacobs, big up to you. pulling all the strings for the Brown Envelope Orchestra, sitting there lovely with the director of football at Brighton to get the price up for Casado, and now all of a sudden it's gone from 75 million to 100 million. Yeah, jog on. I'm good. I don't want to be spending that sort of money on Casado. That's madness. That's Declan Rice money. That's Enzo money. So what are we talking about? They bought Casado for 5 million, Brighton. 5 million they bought Casado for. That is absolute robbery. Absolute robbery. 75 million. That's 70 million profit on top of that player, what they bought. And they want 100 million, 95 million on top of what they bought him for. No, mate, I'm sorry. He's not that good. He's not that good. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. Everything leads to go out and get Enzo or Declan Rice, because for me, anything other than those two players, unless you go and do what you got Graham Potter in for in his team, which is to scout ballers and buy them for less money, that's fine. But this is a position where we need experience right now and the age on our side. We need that top player, that top elite player. And Enzo and Rice fit that. Casado's underneath them. He's not as good as them. So, what are we leading to here? This is an anticlimax if we go for any of these other players. It's all or nothing for me. Otherwise, don't bother buying at all. Don't bother. And then you'll find out in the summer when UEFA introduced the stop to the lovely loophole with the salary cap, the year cap. And then what you're going to do? What are you going to do then? You're going to be restricted to how many players you can buy in the summer, because it's going to be relied upon who you sell. And we're hearing, what, Ziyech to Everton? He ain't going to Everton. We've heard we've offloaded players to Everton, but none of our players want to go to Everton. Of course they don't want to go to Everton. So you're reporting that Onana doesn't want to come to Chelsea. You're mad. So this is what I'm saying. Be very, very careful with these brown envelopes and how they push forward narratives and plots, like they like to say, to definitely not suit Chelsea Football Club. I'll tell you that now. Does not suit Chelsea Football Club. Now, on the other hand, we've got Andre Santos, who's absolutely balled out. He's absolutely balled out. Now, I know he's playing under 21s. I get that. But if we look at, I want to look at something here. If I can get it up. Guys, smash the piece of the like button. I want everybody to smash the pieces of the like button. And let me read these. I want to read these stats, man. If I can get it. Right, so Andre Santos, he's made 25 plus successful tackles, 63 chances created. Is that no, 63 tackles, yeah. Chances created 30, successful take-ons 30, successful interceptions 29, and clearances 26 in his first ever senior competitive season, 38 games. And that's for Vasco da Gama. He scored 3 goals for Brazil in 3 games so far. And he looks a real talent. And he looks like a baller. So I want to shout Andre Santos out. He's obviously a future for us. And my thing is this. Why don't we just play him then? Why don't you just play him? Well, I'll tell you why you don't play him. Because he's not played any Premiership football. He's not played any Champions League football. I feel it'd be very unfair to throw a player at that young age into the team with the way our midfield is at the minute. And I think you need to ease someone like that in. And that's the right way to be. I know everyone's getting excited with how he's playing. I get that. He's playing very, very well. And he looks a baller, but he's not playing at that top level. And if it's the decision to keep him in the squad and we bed him in next year, I'm all for that. Or bed him in this year, but bed him in. He might look ready. A lot of these players you say look ready. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. That's our decision to make as a club. But we have to be very, very careful. We have to be very, very careful. It depends. Like at the end of the day, if you're going to go out and buy an Enzo, then you can still bed Santos in. You can still bed him in. I just feel like when you look at a player like Enzo, I think he's got that. He has got something special about him. And I think sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and pay the money. It is what it is. It just is what it is. I just feel that midfield's too important. I can't go on anymore. I can't go on like this anymore and watching the midfield. We need something fresh up in there. We need some fresh players in the midfield because it's not going to change anything. And all our attackers, they're just going to struggle, mate. And I'm telling you now, the summer's going to be so much harder. So much harder. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But Santos, I don't see him playing at Chelsea this season. Don't see him playing at Chelsea this season. So it is what it is. We move on. There's no dispute that he looks a real talent. But like I say, and like Mudryk says on there, talent isn't enough. Talent isn't enough. And big up to Mudryk as well. Training, obviously all the prop that he's after training, he's banging in, he's taking shooting practice and all that. Nothing's talked like that about Minerals Mount, because I know he does that. But we're going to broadcast it with Mudryk. I get that. It's like a new signing and all that. But let's just show the same fucking level of respect and hype to our existing player. But obviously, why would you lot know that? You wouldn't know that, would you? And I want to learn this one. It's no coincidence that all these prices are suddenly inflating because Chelsea Football Club are going in for these players. Why is that? Why is that, I wonder? Why is that? Do you guys know in the comments? Do you know why that is? I can tell you, but I want to see if you know. Let me know in the comments. Why do you think Chelsea are going for any player they go for, the price just goes up instantly? Why is that? Why is that? I'm waiting to see what you put in. It's not because we're minted. It's not because we're minted. It is part of inflation. But it's not just because we've got the money. Bill Boys hit the nail on the head. Bill Boys hit the nail on the head. It was put out there in the summer. It was put out there by every single brand envelope going that Chelsea can spend 400 million and be within financial fair play. They can spend it for the next 4 or 5 years if they want. So there you go. Like I say, all these ones, they orchestrate deals. And none of them do it in the favour of Chelsea Football Club. And Metal Face Doom, 1.7 billion had to be reinvested as well. Facts. Don Roman wiped that 1.5 billion clean. So we're in very, very strong position. But don't be fooled. All these other clubs have got money and they'll find loopholes as well. But I want to bring up what Simon Jordan said today on Talk Sport. Let's bring that up. All right. Let's bring this up. I know he's talk shite, but he does make a very good point here. He makes a very good point.
The transfer system is based upon people being put on someone's balance sheet over the contract term. If a football club wants to increase that contract term, who are UEFA to turn around and then say, actually, now can't do that? It's a simple policy. It's got to be depreciated over the contract term. No, we don't like it now because it doesn't suit certain people that don't like the fact that people are spending a lot of money and are thinking about it commercially. So we'll change it. It makes no sense, Jim. I think it's a silly change of rule.
Why are they doing it?
Well, I suspect influential clubs don't like the dynamic of Todd Bowley coming in and trying to think creatively about what are the big assets. What's the big cost in football? The big cost in football is transfer fees and wages. Okay, how do I make sense of these? How do I make sense of it? Why should I depreciate? If I'm prepared to have this player for 8 years on £25 million a year wages or whatever he's on, why should I have to not be able to capitalise his value over 8 years? Why shouldn't I be able to have him on?
But why 8 years?
7, 6, why 5? Why have UEFA suddenly decided, we know what, we'll have you for 5? What?
Exactly. Why is that, guys? Because they want to control the market. They want to control the market. That's what they want to do, firstly. Secondly is they know that Chelsea got the financial power and the muscle to go out and execute this way in the market perfectly, which we have done. We have done with most of the signings we've got this window. And the bottom line is all the other clubs don't like it. And I'm talking about big clubs. The way we went, isn't it ironic? Well, it's not ironic, really. And it's not coincidence that after we signed Mudryk, what you think Edu and all that are not calling up UEFA going, what's all this about? Yeah. Because they've been robbed of a player. That's probably why Edu was still in Poland or Turkey, wherever he was. Yeah. While we were jetting over Mudryk to Cobham. This is what I'm saying. Like, UEFA are the biggest crooks in the game. We know that. They hate Chelsea. 100% hate Chelsea. So at the end of the day, I believe that all these other clubs, even the big clubs, mainly the big clubs, they don't want it to happen. They know that Chelsea become in a really strong position where we can go and sign all the blockbuster signings, but we can do it where we can actually rebuild our team in literally 1 or 2 windows. Whereas the way that UEFA set up financial fair play is to make it a lot more difficult and a lot longer for you to do that. But Simon Jordan's Land and Minerals there saying, well, why not? Why can't you do that? Yeah. Why can't you have 6, 7, 8 years? And then why have they only picked 5 years? They picked 5 years. 5 years. They're going to put a cap on a contract. But it didn't suit them. What about all the other players? Fabregas at Arsenal, 8 years. We did Kepa for 8 years. Harry Kane, 7 years. You got Iniesta, Messi, and all these players. I think Messi was on a 10-year contract. No one's batting an eyelid about that. Because it fits on the books well. Yeah, because you're spreading those payments out. So we know why it's been done. But who broadcasted it? Brown envelopes. Who's the one stopping us from doing that? Who's going to UEFA? It's got to be all the other clubs. It has to be, because I think we do this, we would rebuild our team probably this year, next year. Do you know what I mean? So fuck Lego head merchant. Fuck Edo, who's too busy sucking on toes, mate. Yeah, doing a sculsy. Yeah, you should have been more awake. And you should have got the deal done sooner instead of dilly-dallying for months on end, phone calls per day to try and entice a player to come. And we just come in and Land the Minerals and take him, who for me looks like he's going to be an absolute world beater. Yeah. Exactly. Mbappe, million a week. Justify that, you wrong-uns. UEFA, justify that. Shall I tell you why? Because PSG, their owners, brown envelopes to UEFA, mate. Man City. You think Man City didn't pay any brown envelopes under the table? Otherwise, they were going to get banned from Champions League. And there was evidence as well. Come on, what planet are we on? Let's be real about it. So, what about Haaland? What about Haaland? You telling me he signed for 65 million, yeah? 65 million. Of course he did. Yeah, of course he did. Add in all the agent fees, add in his dad's fees, add in his wages, with all his bonuses, you're talking 300 million. 300 million. Neymar, that inflated the market. Neymar deal. Ridiculous deal. What about when Real Madrid go and sign all his players? What about Barcelona? How many signs did they... They're apparently broke, yeah? And they're waiting for levers to come in. Lever. Yeah, bring all the levers, yeah? And they were registering players under La Liga, UEFA's permission, when they weren't, it wasn't actually legal, it wasn't feasible by the books, by law. They couldn't do it because they had to offload players. That's why they wanted to sell Frankie de Jong. But no one bat an eyelid on these lot. No one changed no rules in UEFA. No, because it suits Barcelona. It suits La Liga. We favour them. They pay us enough money. Listen, Bowley, if he wants to learn something in the game, he's going to have to pay these lot out to get through. He's got to pay, right? Roman didn't have to do it. He was just a don, mate. But I think going forward, do you know what I mean? You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it. They borrowed money, Barcelona. They borrowed a lot of money, yeah, to sign these players. And they relied heavily on getting Champions League knockout football, winning a trophy. Look at where are they now, man? They're in the mud. They're down the toilet where they belong. That's where their lever is. Levers are levers, mate. This is what I'm saying. If Chelsea bought Haaland, or like when we buy players, brown envelopes will broadcast every part of the deal. When we bought Mudryk, they broke. Why you got to broadcast it? Why? Why do you have to tell us about Mudryk? Every little detail about the deal. We don't give a shit. We signed the player. Why have you got to break it all down? They're the one. Listen, they're the ones that tell us about these 8-year contracts, and we were going, "What 8 years? What? What?" They're doing it. They're the ones telling us. So I go to them. I blame them. Do you know what I mean? They're in the pockets of UEFA. They're in the pockets of UEFA all day long. Standard. It's all about control, and UEFA have that control because, like I say, if they allow this to continue, all the big clubs are going to do it. I mean, even smaller clubs could do it. It would, in fact, it would actually help football. It would help football, develop, take it to the next step. It makes it financially possible for clubs within financial fair play to still play fair, but to just extend the whole contract lengths. And then you have players. And what happens? It actually benefits clubs, because those clubs that buy these players on these 8-year wages or 8-year length contracts, yeah, the clubs can keep them 3-4 years, get good service out of them. They can either renegotiate or they can sell them on to a club. So the buying clubs, they'll be doing it with players they bought as well. And that's the way the money goes round. And everyone makes good money. You know, I just think that it's typical. Whenever it's Chelsea, if any other club did what we did with Mudryk, and it was broadcasted, no one would say nothing, mate. No one would say nothing. I guarantee it, mate. No one would say nothing. So this is my thing. Us as a club, we have to go out there now and execute this loophole. We need to take advantage of it and go and get Enzo, man, and go and get these players, mate. You know what I mean? We're here to ruin football. Damn right we are. Of course we're going to ruin football. But let's do it now. Let's really hammer them nails in the coffins, mate. Yeah? Let's do that. Guys, smash that like button. We've got 230 people in here. Every single one of you smash the like button. I want to see what we've got here. Is there going to be any breaking news, guys? Is there going to be any breaking news? I can't see anything in a minute. I understand Chelsea have no plans for Gabriel Slonina to leave on loan until the end of the season. Expect to stay. Yeah, Waffle tweet, nonsense tweet. That's from Fabrizio. I can confirm that Malo Gusto will stay here at least until the end of the season. Chelsea are prepared to return with a new proposal as personal terms are agreed, but Leon want to keep Gusto. That's Fabrizio Romano. So what he's doing there, he's basically passing over. It's a game of tennis, and now the shot's fired at Chelsea to see if they want to increase their offer to Leon, and if it's the right offer or near the right offer, then they'll sell. We don't know what that offer is. We don't know what that offer is. Yeah. But as you know, as you get closer to deadline day, you know, it's like you can either be taken to the cleaners or it's a take it or leave it from us, and it can work. It's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. Klopp's crying because Liverpool broke. Well, I don't give a shit about Liverpool. I hope they suffer. I hope they suffer. Legoland Windsor are erecting a statue of Arteta. Landed it, bro. Landed it. Arsenal are one of the clubs informed on Moises Caicedo. Don't rule out a surprise from the Gunners late on this January, as we saw in the summer. More deals on this. Fabrizio Romano. So we're going to hear that Arsenal are going to go in for Caicedo, yeah? They don't even need Caicedo. In fact, actually, Caicedo for me makes sense for the Lego head merchant in the sense that it's like a good backup. It's a good backup, but it'd be an expensive backup to what they got. But for us, we need our number one. We need our top player, our first teamer. We don't need backups now. We need the real deal. We need that now. As far as I'm concerned, if we don't get an Enzo or a Declan Rice, for me, I don't rate this window as high as everyone's rating it. Up till now, I just don't think it's like everyone's going, oh, yeah, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. No, it's not. It's not 10 out of 10. Yeah. And you're still carrying players from the last transfer window, which really some of them you shouldn't have signed. Do you know what I mean? Listen, Liverpool went downhill ever since they sold Mane. I said it on my show in the summer. The moment they get rid of Mane, you'll see the decline in Liverpool. And that's already evident now, isn't it? It's absolutely evident, mate. Yeah, but you see, Trossard and Caicedo, they're not first teamers at Arsenal, is my point. I don't see them as, I see them as part of the squad and the team. We need that level of, you know, they got Partey, Xhaka and Odegaard. They're their first teamers. We need our first teamers in our midfield. Yeah. Alex, you're a wind-up, bruv. You're a wind-up. There ain't no here we go for Enzo, mate. Listen, like I say to you, yeah, where's the direction? Where's the fucking advice coming from? Why are Vidal and Winstanley not pushing for midfielders? Why are we not getting midfielders? Why? Why? You're buying all these attackers. We need fucking midfielders, mate. We need midfielders. How many times I've got to say this? And now here we are sitting a week before the end of the transfer window and we ain't even signed a midfielder. I went through last summer transfer windows. You can look at all my streams, yeah, through the transfer window. I said, where's our midfielder? We can't go Jorginho, Kante, Kovacic. Injury prone as fuck. And look where we are now. It's like the same old thing. What are these guys doing? Big up for re-signing Thiago Silva. From what we've been told, Thiago Silva is re-signed. That's quality. Easy contract, though. Easy contract. He knows. He's at Chelsea's love. He knows he's got only so many years to play. Maybe 1 year, 2 years at best. Not regular. Yeah? Fantastic. Where's the fucking signature and contract for Mason Mount? Instead of broadcasting bullshit brown envelope news on Liverpool. Yeah? And paying off all these platforms from Liverpool to say we don't want him. So it suits Chelsea and suits Bowley and all that. Let's land the minerals, mate. I'm tired of it, man. They're not doing what they should be doing. They're not doing what they should be doing. And they should be going getting a midfielder. And an elite midfielder. A top midfielder. Not fucking squad midfielders. Yeah? A top midfielder. Look, I watched Obi Mikel today, man. John Obi Mikel. What a baller. What a baller. Why are we not buying a player of that quality, man? Like, why are we not finding these players? Mikel was absolute minerals, mate. What a baller. The touch, the way he shielded the ball, the way he'd recovered the ball. Exactly. The new owners are taking the Mikel, mate. They're taking the Mikel. Where's that player? Where's our Fabregas? Do these lot not understand, man? If the players out there going, why are you buying fucking attackers if you know the midfield is so important and we've got a free run at these midfielders? Let's go and rebuild our midfield. Midfield, we got quality attackers already. We've got enough. If you change the midfield, all of a sudden, the attackers you got, you'll see a massive improvement. A massive improvement. No. Let's just buy all the attackers and we'll hold off. You can't just keep buying youngsters. We need some top talent, mate. Top quality ballers, man. We need some established names. Yeah. Kai Minerals Mace will ball more if we get a DM who can also release that killer pass. Oh, I can't, man. How many times, mate? I do question. I do wonder who the fuck is advising behind the scenes? Who's making these decisions? We ain't even got a right back. We can't even play with, like, Asby's a legend and that, but he can't play consistently. Like, we're blowing all this. Why I'm getting a little bit rattled at the minute is that we're spending all this money, but I don't see like the real value from it. I don't see the value from it. Exactly, Nutty Blue. Why don't you buy Billy Gilmore? Cheap as chips, mate. Go and get Billy Gilmore. Bring in a fucking player with attributes we ain't got. You know, it's come to the point, yeah, where I feel like this. Don't panic buy. The last thing you want to do is panic buy. The last thing I want to see is us just go and buy some fucking names like Onana and players that were like are not really what we need. And then they're on the books. They're just on the books. And if they don't work out, it's just a shit show. I'm sorry, man. The midfield's a shit show. Until you address the midfield, nothing fucking changes. How many times you got to say it? How many times? I say it every show. And yet we're still here in the same situation. Zakaria ain't the answer, guys. He ain't the answer. He's not a ball player. He's not a ball player. Everyone was like, oh, go and get Basuma, go and get Basuma. Look at Basuma, can't even buy a game at Spurs. Get Basuma. He ain't Chelsea level, come from Brighton. Just because he was balling out of Brighton doesn't mean he's going to ball out any other club. I want real ballers, man. I want proven pedigree ballers, man. We bought Gilmore. They bought Gilmore, Brighton, and Gilmore went because of Potter. And we're not hearing anything about us buying him back. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, but Hannah, he's not. For me, he's not overpriced. 120 million euros is what? 110 million, something like that. Like, I'm sorry, he's a baller. I mean, he's got. Name me how many players like Enzo are. How many other Enzos are there in the world in Europe now that are available? Because the only other profile I can say like Enzo Fernandez is say Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong's on 500 grand a week, mega wages. And if you were to sign him, you'd have to pay mega wages and you'd have to pay 100 million for Frankie de Jong. So guys, name me some players like Enzo Fernandez. And the answer is there ain't none. There ain't none. So what do? We just sit here twiddling our thumbs, holding our ball bags until summer, and then we have a bidding war with everyone, and you're going to pay near to 100 million anyway, and UEFA kick in the 5-year wage structure, and you're fucked. Because you buy him, who else are you going to buy in the midfield? You're going to sell Jorginho, Kovacic. Is Kante going to stay? You need to buy what, 2 midfielders? I'm sorry, man. Poor. It's poor. I'm not impressed. I'm genuinely not impressed. I'm not impressed. And we've heard all this hype about Enzo Fernandez. We've heard all this. Obviously, you've had the toothpick Felix the Cat come out with done deal wrong, and yeah, we know that was all bangs and mash and DiMarzio and that. Done deal's a stretch, is a real stretch. Obviously, a step too far, wouldn't it? But this is the thing. We've heard all this window about us going in for Enzo Fernandez, and then it's just gone cold turkey. And then out of the blue, we've gone and bought Mudryk, who really, in reality, did we actually fucking well need? What we need is a midfielder. So we've gone and got Mudryk, fair play. You've taken advantage of the market. But it's what it is. Trust the process. All right, I'm trusting the process, bruv. I'm trusting the process. But I'm telling you now, the process for our midfield transfer window is shocking. Shocking process. There is no fucking process. There's no fault for it. The way I look at it now, the way all these names have just been thrown about, it's like they're just going for anything. It's similar to when we were going for fucking Aubameyang or Depay and all these players. We don't want these players at our football club. We ended up buying Aubameyang. Look at us. We can't even get rid of the guy. We can't even get rid of him. Why? Because he's on big wages. No one wants to pay it. The only club that will take him is Barcelona, but they want him for free. Wake up, guys. Wake up. I'm not saying I believe all these reports. Like, I'm just saying everything that's put out there, everything that's been put out there, we're linked with all these names. Do I believe we're linked with these names? I don't think so. I think maybe they're using Chelsea so that other clubs that do want them go in there and pay more money, because that's the going rate. Like, do I think we're going to pay 100 million for Casado? Absolutely not. Do I think Arsenal are going to pay 100 million? No. But all of a sudden, Arsenal and Chelsea are wanting Casado. So what does that do? It favours Brighton. Because whoever's generally interested, they're only going by what the reports say. Oh, Arsenal. Chelsea want him? We're Chelsea. We know that Arsenal now want Casado. Shit, we better up our bid a little bit and test the waters. Declan Rice on deadline day. I don't know, mate. I think deadline day for these deals is too complicated. I don't know. I don't know, mate. Yeah, you're right, Daniel. Pay £1 more over than the release clause, and then spread it over the contract. Facts. You know. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. Guys, smash the like button. We should have over 200 likes in here. Let me know what the likes are on. Don't wind me up. Don't wind me up. What we got on here, guys? What are we saying with the likes, guys? See, I'm not sure if I buy that. If I don't think that what's its name, Benfica are refusing to spread the payments out. I think they want the majority up front. I think all this talk of they want it all up front, I think that's a bit unrealistic. But 180 likes, guys. Let's get to 200. There's 230 now. Let's get 230 likes. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Why not? Why would you not pay the money for Enzo Fernandez? I don't see why. It's not our money. Why do we care? Lavia, yeah, cool, but I see him as like that squad player. I see him as that. I just don't see these guys as like. If you want to be serious and you want to really compete, you need to go and get them big players, man. I'm telling you, Enzo Fernandez will go. He'll go to Real Madrid or something. They're looking to replace Modric, right? Or a Kroos. Well, this is the perfect time to go and get an Enzo Fernandez. This is where I get wound up. Is because we should be going and making them moves now. You go and make those moves now. Is what it is, guys. I want to bring something up as well. While I do that, guys, you know what to do. Smash that like button, mate. Where is it? Also, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this, guys. I want to show you something here. Highest transfer income. Highest transfer income. Juventus at the top. Benfica. Chelsea third. Monaco. Porto. Real Madrid. Inter Milan. Barca. Atletico. AS Roma. Ajax. Liverpool. Dortmund. Lyon. Sevilla. We don't see Man City. We don't see Man United. We don't see Spurs. We don't see Newcastle. You don't see Arsenal. Yet we're the ones getting scrutinised. And when you talk about net spend, the net spend at Chelsea, we're 10th on the list. Arsenal 5th. PSG 3rd. Barcelona 4th. PSG 3rd. Manchester City 2nd. Man United 1st. But yet we're the ones causing trouble, yeah? We're a very healthy club. And that's what they don't like it, guys. They don't like it because we're healthy. What minerals, mate? All right. Where is it? Here it is. All right, this was put out by a Fred here. Big up to Mark Dunn here, Land Soup Minerals. He says, I rate this window a 6 because we fucked around the game and didn't sign players in priority positions like last summer, panicking now as usual, fuck's sake. And this is exactly what I see. Exactly what I see. And this is why I get frustrated. Because it's like you're like blowing this 1.5 billion budget. You're just blowing it all over the gaff. So I do agree with that. And I think last summer was panic buys. It was fucking all over the gaff. They didn't have a director of football. They didn't have a Vel and with Stanley there. So now we have, and we still don't see any improvement with the midfield. And look at that. Newcastle are front runners for Anthony Gordon. And Anthony Gordon's rejecting to go back to Everton on training. He wants to leave. He wants to jump ship. And I think that's a very good signing for Newcastle. I think Anthony Gordon's a very, very good signing for them. Tenacious little player. But yeah, I agree. 6 out of 10. 5, 6 out of 10. You get me a Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez. I think it creeps up to an 8. And then if you go and get me a right back or right wing back, I think then you're creeping up to, like, depending on who it is, about a 9. You know. So we see how that goes. Yeah, we all agree on that. 9 out of 10. We get an Enzo and a Gusto, for example. I think it's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10s are very rare. Very rare. Let's see what's happening. But I want to bring up this thread here. It says take Mason Mount and put him into a balanced possession-based team with systematic chance creation methods. He will flourish. Tuchel often gave him that, and he accumulated 29 goal contributions in 50 games last season, even though he didn't have a set front three to create for. All right. People often say Potter plays him in his preferred role as the number 8, but that is such a simplistic way of analysing the game. It's laughable. Are we going to ignore that his 3-1-3-3 system is fluid to the point where there's little sustainment of pressure or even basic combinations? Being a number 8 for City or Arsenal is a totally different ball game to being a number 8 for Chelsea. And not just because of the difference in player quality. Chelsea have more than enough injury-free to play top football and to compete with the best, but the tactics don't show that. Imagine Mount in that right half space for Arsenal City, where he could reliably combine and interchange with top players in a system that enables the sustainment of pressure, reliable combination play, compact pressing, etc. If Odegaard played for Chelsea, he'd have the same issues as Mount. We can't act like a player who works his socks off, has devastating ball striking, can create a yard of space, combines well, has excellent feet in tight spaces, and attacks the box from deep is a poor footballer. How can we do that? It's totally unjustifiable. As we're also going to pretend that it's one big coincidence that Raheem Sterling, Cucurella, Koulibaly, Jorginho, and others who have suffered from form wisely lately are also just terrible footballers. Come on, it's fallacy that we're having this discussion. Their environment is poor. And you know what? Irrespective of the players Chelsea are signing now, the environment will continue to be poor unless Potter justly changes his way of working because it's not good enough. Yeah? If Chelsea are foolish enough to sell Mount, it's another elite club's fortune. Let's have it right. That's a wonderful thread there. Because I do blame the gaffer and I do blame. You see, Tuchel knew how to get us to play a certain way and he used to bring out the best in all the players. And all of a sudden, this system, it gives the illusion that we're playing Mason Mount as a number 8 when we're not really. We're not. And I just don't know. I just don't think this gaffer right now has got his grasp on this squad. He hasn't got a grasp on his tactics, his in-game management. And this is not a shot at the gaffer, but this is just highlighting basically what it is, what we're going through. And a lot of players are suffering. Even Cucurella's suffering, and that's one of his ex-players or current players at Brighton. All of our attackers. I think the injuries, yes, they play a role, but still there's no patterns to play. Still, we don't look. I don't know, guys. Proof's in the pudding, mate. Proof's in the pudding at the end of the day. Proof's in the pudding, mate. But Mason Mount, that thread there was absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Mitchie says, I hope deal is getting done as we speak. Too late. I hope all the deals are getting done. But I mean, are you talking on Enzo? Are you talking about Mount? What deal are you talking about? Are you talking all the deals? Because at the end of the day, we need to get the midfield deal done because I think that would just give us such a bit of breathing space for our team at the minute, and then we can bed in Kante. We can listen. We don't want to throw Reece James in and James get a bloody injury. Like, we've got to really ease Reece James in, and I don't want to rush him in. So if it means us buying this Gusto, whoever it is, then let's just get him in, or get someone in of quality so we can ease Reece back in the team. Because I don't want to go through a whole nother injury, Reece James, mate. That'd just kill us again. And then Chilwell, ease him in. Kante's not coming back till the end of February. So we've still got like more than a month for Kante before we even see him like on some grass. It's just mad. It's mad. like I say, big up DJ. So like I say, guys, you know, if Kai and Mace were playing in Pep's team or Klopp's team or whatever, they're balling out, mate. They're flying. They're absolutely flying. They'll do so well because they've got balance in the team. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Honestly, don't get it. Let's bring up this one here. Guys, smash that like button. Every single one of you, smash that like button. Very important. Let's see what the latest is here. I mean, there's nothing really at the minute on nothing on that Enzo fella. So it is what it is, guys. You know, you've got to land it. It would absolutely be limbs, mate, if we went in and signed a Rice or an Enzo like deadline day. That would just be a buzz, absolute buzz. You know. Yeah, we've heard a lot about what's it called? Pulisic leaving, but he's injured, so I think it's just Waffle. Come on, guys, let's get 200 likes, man. What's wrong with you guys? Let's get the 200 likes. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Before I do that, I just want to put this out here. All the man of the matches, all the trophies, player of the season, man matches there for Minerals Mount. Can you see Thiago Silva commenting to this post from the Chelsea Pulse? Yeah. Number one in goals, assists, shots, chance created, touches, opposition box. Thiago Silva's kid's favourite player is Minerals Mount. Youngest to achieve 10 plus goals and assists, Mason Mount. He's got it was higher than Juan Mata, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, and Eden Hazard. I think he got 29. Yeah, 29 GA. Yeah. 29 GA he got. Most goals and assists in all competitions. He was highest than any other player in our squad, as we know. You know what I mean? But people forget all this stuff. They forget all this stuff. Let's go to where's the community? Hold on a minute. Everybody like for Minerals Mount, man. Everyone give a like for Minerals Mount, Kai Havertz, Reece James, Thiago Silva. Give us a like, bruv. Give us a like. Give us a like, mate. I don't know why I can't get the community up. It's fucking weird. That is so weird, guys. I can't get. I know what you're asking me. You're asking me to put up that thing of Frank Lampard. Belle Silver's an absolute proper Chelsea. She's proper Chelsea. She loves the club. Don't know where it is. That is very weird. I don't know why it doesn't come up. So weird. Why can't I get it, mate? Did anyone see? I saw a thing today on what was it? Johan Cruyff, where he was talking about the diamond. I don't know if anyone saw that. He talks about the diamond formation, and he mentions Chelsea, how Chelsea play, and he says, "I prefer this is like a modern way of playing the way Chelsea played with the two sitting midfielders, and he likes to play with the diamond." And the way he was describing how he goes, I'm more defensive than what you thought like Chelsea is or other teams are. I'm more defensive, even though he plays with like what would seem an attacking formation. He's actually very defensive because of what he does. And he made a great point about, he goes, how can you be the best defender? How can you defend for your team the best? He goes, well, if you give me the whole garden, I'm going to be a crap defender. But if you give me a certain area, a certain amount of meters, I'll defend that and be the best defender. So what he's implying is your players on the pitch get given those areas and they have to defend for their lives and they have to cover for their teammates. And his form of defense was also offense. You know, his way of attacking was a way of defending as well, because the more you have the ball, the more you attack, the less likely is you're going to concede. And I just think his blueprint is the blueprint to go with. And I think Pep obviously learned off Johan Cruyff. And that's why I just think his blueprint is genius. And I think Potter needs to look at stuff like, look at that form of playing or that way of playing and just think it actually absolutely makes sense. Get me the right players. And he had Busquets there. Barcelona had Busquets. You got Xavi and Busquets that alternate. You got Iniesta there at the tip with a Messi. You know, and it was just like that, just worked. And I think Arteta is, like I say, Lego head merchant, has fucking robbed the blueprint, copied the blueprint from Pep Guardiola. And if you notice, they play the back four, but it actually turns into a back three because they invert one of the left backs, either left back or right back, but it's predominantly Zinchenko. If you watch Zinchenko, he goes in the midfield to make it a four, which almost operates like a diamond, and then you have your front three. That's how you play. That's how you dominate the midfield. It's all about the midfield. But we haven't even got the fucking players to do that. We don't have the players to do it. He says, where do you buy your Stone Island? Do you buy it online? Need to buy a jacket or hoodie so I can wear it when watching my kids play footy and I can smash up the other parents. Listen, Jeremy knows the deal. Anyone who wants Mount out of our club is a wrong and not proper Chelsea. Come on. CFC says, big up to the Minerals FC and the community we have. Big up to all you guys in here. Guys, we should have 200 likes by now, surely. have we got any news? Have we got any news hitting tonight, or is it quiet as you like? Is it quiet as you like? Let's have a look. British Patriot Johnny, you never done your all-time 11 stream. When's that coming? Oh, I need to do that still. I was meant to do that. You're right. I need to do my all-time 11. That'd be a great show. That'd be a great show. We see, because we're not playing for another week and a half. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe next week we'll do that. Yeah, Stone Island material-wise is great as well, and not like other brands where you pay just for the logo. Well, this is the thing with Stony. That's what I'm saying. The Italians have got it to a T, because some of the stuff I've got, you think it's really thin, but it's actually got, I think it's called Polartec. And the Polartec, what it does is it keeps your body heat in when it's cold, and when it's warm, it sort of like cools you down. It reacts to your body heat, and the temperature outside. And although you think it's really thin, it's not. I mean, the materials they use are like high tech material, and I think that's why you pay a lot of money for it. Apart from the badge and all that, and the logo, like most other brands, it's the quality of the material. And everything I've bought from there, you can say it lasts. It's different quality material, the way it's stitched, everything about it. So I recommend it, guys. I should promote it. Let's get sponsored by Stoney on Minerals FC. Why can't we get sponsored by Stoney? Do you know what I mean? You're paying for quality. Oh, brown envelopes tier list. That'd be good. We should do a stream on that. We should do that on that. Yeah. Listen, we get Rory. We'll get Rory a Stony, mate, to keep him warm. Keep him warm in the woods, mate. Look, he looks like he's wearing clothes from the 70s or something. That colour palette is so dry as you like, isn't it? Dry as you like, mate. Absolutely dry as you like. Listen, it is what it is, guys. No onions, no gravy, and he's a failed actor, isn't he? Failed. Failed actor. So he thought, yeah, let's go into Chelsea and fucking work with the campaign against Chelsea. I might have to edit. You're right. I might have to edit. I might have to get framed pictures of all the wrong uns we've mudded, and have it hanging up on each stalk. Oh, you legends in the chat, man. Legends. He needs to lighten up, doesn't he? He needs some dead man fingers to lighten up. He's wearing Pony Island. Oh, mate. Rory pisses me off since I saw him for the first time. Yeah. A lot of people get roused up by him, didn't they? Yeah, we'll hang them off the branches, all framed up. Special framed, man. That would be epic, wouldn't it? That'd be epic. I'd have to arrange it properly, you know, all over the gaff. That'd be quality, mate. That'd be quality. Maybe I will do a call-in show. We'll see how we get on. Maybe do a call-in show as well. That'll be funny. That'll be funny. You know, have you ever seen that? What's that film called? I think it's the Blair Witch Project. Everyone seen the Blair Witch Project? Yeah. And they got all those things hanging down, those little hangmen. You know, like when you play hangman and the little stick men. We'll do them. We'll have some. We'll just have them hanging and their big heads. Like when we grow Minerals FC and it gets to slightly next level, and we'll go to a construction site where they mix cement and we can throw them all in the cement. Bobbleheads is a good shout. Get some bobbleheads. You know the eyes that they rattle, the pupils go. Bah, bah, bah. Yeah, we can do that. Big up to Indefinite in here. Lovely to see you in here. No DMs, mate. We ain't got no midfielders, mate. Thoughts on Lewis and his Mason Mount agenda. The Mason Mount hate. Well, I put it like this. Ever since he started doing that, ever since he started with the whole agenda with Mount and Havertz, he's found what he's found is that it works, and he gets the clicks, and he's continued with that. And that's why it is what it is. That's why he's getting the interactions, because he's going with what the narrative has been pushed out to be. Yeah. Well, yeah, Eunice is a wrong in that respect. You know what I mean? Why is he putting his Mason Mount good enough for Chelsea? He's fucking ridiculous. Another one that feeds into the narrative. They're all wishy-washy, man. They're all in the fucking woods, all of them. Is that what Eunice said on the big? I don't watch that. Is that what he said? He said Mount's not good at anything except running and pressing. Is that what he said? Yeah. It astounds me how they have followers. It really does. Don't worry. When Minerals Mount's balling and banging goals and winning us games, and we go and win another trophy, and they're going to be singing his praises, we can all fucking have a go at them and mud them. and say, doesn't work like that. Wishy-washy flip-floppers. Oh, opinions can change. Bollocks. Bollocks. Be consistent, Muppets. The audience love hate. They love agenda and they love hate. Yeah, they feed off the hate. I hate it. I hate the hate, man. I hate it. I hate it. Why can't you be real, man? If you're going on platforms, back your players, man. Back your fucking player. Instead, they back players that haven't really delivered at our club and want to leave our football club. That's what they want to back. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. He said, Johnny, the same two players that Eunice Lewis mock are the two players they couldn't get their mouth off in the UCL final. Evidence is in their watch-alongs. Please react to them. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? That'd be funny. Yeah, the energy's high to sell him, innit? Indefinite's not wrong. CFC's definitely not wrong. Owned by the Don, 100%. Took Lewis's place, in fact. Big up Blue Line Automobile. Big up, Johnny. He says, reference Ma Mishmash Mount debate, attempting to play the balance card. They complain about hypocrisy from others whilst their video is riddled with it. Fraudcasters up the Chelsea. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Brown envelopes, mate. Big up, Elias. He ain't coming to Liverpool, man. He won't go to Liverpool. No chance. He ain't going to Liverpool, mate. He ain't going to Liverpool. Yeah, he did. He did get a picture. He did get a picture. There you go. There you go. And then this wrong in here. Look at this one. Chelsea FC should sell Mason Mount. What a mug. What a mug. I don't know any man, I've lost I don't really like any platforms, man. I don't know any Chelsea platforms that I can honestly say are good. It's a shame, really. because you can't work with anyone. You can't like do collabs with people. They all do collabs with each other because they all fucking push the same narrative, so it works. It clicks. They follow suit. Oh, I can't be like that, mate. I'm not like that. I'll never do that. No chance. Yeah, I know this. Lewis has done that countless times. Oh, yeah. Done it with, what's his name, Lukaku as well, and Sterling. Yeah. That's why they're on 300 grand a week, because of what they've done. It's all about your track record, but apparently that doesn't apply to Mason Mount. Don't apply to Mason Mount, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you fucks there. Back Lukaku after the interview and was on Tuchel's case after Lukaku left, like every fucking other merchant out there. Nini, he was so propping Lukaku, man, fucking on Tuchel's case. They're all fucking wishy-washy, mate. All of them wishy-washy, man. Listen, all it's going to take, is for Mount and Havertz to be sold, right? And they'll go and ball out. And I guarantee every fan at Chelsea will go, what the fuck? Why have we sold them? Why have we sold them? Why have we got rid of them? It'll be worse than Kevin De Bruyne and Salah, mate, because they're younger, they've won, they're experienced, and they're nowhere near their peak. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne and Salah were nowhere fucking near Mount and Havertz's level at their age, at the age that the Mount and Havertz are at now. 21, 22, 23, nowhere near it. Do you know what I mean? Nowhere near it, bro. Yeah, I agree. Mount and Havertz have the best chemistry together, but he doesn't play them properly. Potter ain't playing them properly, man. Exactly. KD being Salah were late bloomers. Late bloomers. Mount and Havertz are not late bloomers, mate. If Bowley and the owners sell Mount and Havertz, I'm coming for them. I will come for them. I guarantee it. I won't hold back. Just like I am now, really. I ain't holding back on them. I've got no loyalty. They haven't shown me anything. They just show me they've got bad planning, scattergun. They still haven't addressed the midfield. So it tells me they're not being advised properly. Yeah. 100% I'll come for him. You don't sell players like that. You're buying young players, but yet you've got two golden generational players, young talent already at your club. One cost you fuck all from Cobham, and the other one is going to be an absolute superstar as well, who we did buy for big money. Roman fought tooth and nail for Kai Havertz, won us Champions League with his goal. Yeah. Club World Cup, and he got the assist in the Super Cup final as well to win that. And you're telling me we're just going to go and sell those players and bring in what? Younger players for fucking slightly lower wages, but you're still going to have to pay the money. Look at Mudryk, man. 70, 80 million, whatever it is, 90 million. No, it'd be 90 million sterling if it was 100 million euros. 90 million, yeah? We've gone and spent on Mudryk, who's only played this season. He didn't even get in the first team the seat last season. His stats are nowhere near a Mason Mount of Kai Havertz. And yet everyone's like, yeah, so you're going to go back. You need balance. You need balance in your team. You have to have Mount and you have to have Havertz. They're the future. Let them develop. 25, 26 years old, you get the fucking minerals and the best years out of them for your team. No, I get it. I'm not disputing. It's great that we bought Mudryk, but what I'm saying to you is there needs to be a balance in what you're doing to go forward. And at the end of the day, Mount and Havertz are so key, mate. They're so key. There ain't players like them in wealth. Go and find me these players, man. Go and find me all these young players like Mount and Havertz. Go on, find me them. Show me where they are. Show me where they are. Do you know what I mean? Go and do it. You see, people deter away from the fact that the team is not balanced, the fact that the team is playing poorly, that we've got injuries. These are the key problems as to why we're not playing, or why a Mount and Kai, a Sterling, Aubameyangs, all these players are struggling, all right? Why we're conceding goals, why we're losing games, because we haven't got the spine of the team. We haven't got the spine of the team. The spine of the team that we do have isn't available. So all you're starving your attackers. You know, what do you expect to gain? Like Kai's a number 10 for me. Yeah, he's a number 10. He's never played as a number 10. Any other team that buys him, they'll play as a number 10, and you're going to see what a fucking baller he is. In fact, every time he has played as a 10, depending on who's around him, you look at the Salzburg game, and you had a Aubameyang on the pitch, and the geezer fucking scores from outside the box, curler, top bins. Wonder goal. He has impact on the game. He drifts, he floats, his work rate is incredible. Mason Mount's work rate, his positions, the way he links. But he's got no wing backs in this team. And you're playing a flat back four, and your fullbacks don't go up and down. So when he does get in position, he's got no outlet anyway, because your front three are isolated. These are the problems, man. But no one wants to address these problems. They just want to focus on Mount and Havertz. Yeah, sell them and we solve the problem. They're fucking thick. They're stupid. You know? Big up to Mike Dunn Suit Minerals. Can't be just throwing a load of young lads into the team. You need that core of experience in there as well. Potter ain't got no say either. Facts. Facts. 100%. I don't disagree at all. I always said that I think Potter's a yes man. No one wants to admit it. Well, proof will be in the pudding. And you cannot just get rid of Kai, Mount, Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, and bring in fucking youngsters. You can't do it. It's not possible. You want to build a super team, super youth team, yeah? All right. Where do you expect to get the rewards in fucking 5-6 years? You don't want to play any Champions League football for the next 4 or 5 years. I mean, what kind of strategy is that? What kind of strategy is that? These lot are scrimping and saving on buying an Enzo or a fucking Declan Rice and rather go for some other younger player for for big money, yeah, more than what they're worth, than actually go and get the experience and the quality that we need. And it's all good, all well and good trusting the process, but we ain't fucking seeing no process. We're hearing all the players say, yeah, what a great project. We believe in the project. What is the project? What is the project? Ashraf, what's your favourite Havertz goal? It's got to be the Newcastle goal. Fucking what a goal that is. Newcastle goal, mate. I ain't seen a goal like that since Bergkamp or Berbatov. That goal, there is not a player in our team. Obviously, Mount scored that West Ham volley. That was ridiculous goal. Side-footed, like Cruyff shoots with his inside the foot. I don't know a player that could score that goal in the Premier League. I don't know one player that could score that goal in the Premier League. Name me one. Let me know in the comments what player scores that Havertz goal. No, Felix can't score that goal. I've never seen him score a goal like that. When's he scored a goal like that? No, Haaland ain't scoring that goal. No. To score a goal like that, that's over the shoulder, coming at you at pace. He's got a defender on him. And he's touched it with his left foot, yeah, and hit it in one move, in one motion. Touch, strike, volley over the top. Nah, mate. The player I've seen, Bergkamp's done it. Bergkamp, Berbatov. Bergkamp and Berbatov, mate, that come to my memory straight away. And they don't play the game no more. So I'm talking about now in this day, in this era of football. Maybe Benzema. Do you think Benzema probably could do that? Benzema could do that. Messi could do that. I think they're the players that could do it. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah. So have a look. Go and watch the games. Go and watch the goals. For me, Havertz is such a special player. Rolls Royce player, mate, and people don't know what a baller he is. And sadly, they might regret, well, they will regret all the bullshit they've been giving him. Yeah, exactly. Zola's right. Look how people are struggling to find names. Exactly. Kane can't do that. No chance. No chance. Kane ain't scoring a goal like that. No way. Son can't score that. No chance. But that's my point, mate. Like, Havertz is unique, special player, mate. Special player. Special player. But, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. We've been in here for 2.5 hours. Big up to every single one of you in here. Smash the like button. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Make sure you put your comments down below at the end of the show. I want you all to put your comments down now. Land your minerals in now. And I'll be back tomorrow more than likely, depending on, I'm sure there's going to be news heating up. So hopefully we see what happens, and we go and get a midfielder of some sort. We need something. But big up to all you guys, landing soup minerals, all my members. Big up to every single one of you. Appreciate you supporting the channel, and we move. You know what I mean? Don't forget Minerals FC Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We've got Minerals FC. We got Twitch as well. But big up to every single one of you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll continue. And we move on the road to 5K, and we land it, guys. We land it. It's big up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. As always, guys, take it easy, keep winning. I'll see you soon. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.